Guten Tag! Ako po ang inyong Consul General dito sa Frankfurt, Marie-Yvette Banzon Avalos. Tayo ay nandito po ngayon sa tambayang may programa para sa mga Filipino at Filipino-Germans, TTPM Act, our advocacy channel. Tara, OL na tayo!
Nandiyan na pala kayo mga best friend. Di ba lahat bago na eh. Kaya huwag tayo pumunta dyan.
Politics mo. Mamaya na yan. Another podcast. Pwede mo ako tawagan sa politics.
Ito pa rin tayo sa ating coffee time. Yan, yung sponsor natin yan. Kung saan si best friend Ren. Yan, sponsor ni Ren.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa ating tambayang may programa
TTPM Act, our advocacy channel.
Oh, napabangoy kape?
Napabangoy kape? May kape pa ba kayo?
Tuloy na natin ang Coffee with BesfrenTofi and me.
Ituloy na natin ang Coffee with BesfrenTofi and me.
Coffee with BesfrenTofi and me.
Coffee with BesfrenTofi with me.
Padayon sa tapangapi. Naapa si BesfrenTofi, oh. BesfrenTofi, hello!
Hey! Ganito ka natin best friend eh. Hello there mga best friend. It's coffee time again. Dito sa ating tambay may programa TTPM Act, our advocacy channel. And I'm your best friend Tofi. Right now, meron tayong bisita, no? Na pinaunlakan ng ating paanyaya dito sa ating coffee time. And he's going to introduce us about this one. This wonderful book na niregalo niya sa akin actually. I was invited to attend an event in the Consulate General in Frankfurt. It was great meeting him and naisip ko pakilala ko siya sa inyo. Without further ado mga best friends, sige, tawagin na natin ating best friend. Si Sir Best Friend Renato Tranquilino.
Hey, BesfrenTofi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm back na ako sa Philippines. So I'm actually here at Bo's Coffee. Just having coffee with my illustrator. And we're just working on another project on the side as well, which is on about another book that I wrote. Pero yeah, Thank you for having me on your show. You know, really an honor to have met you and at the consulate. And it was a very successful meet. So I look forward to doing a lot more events at the consulate. So yeah,
Yes.
thanks so much for the exposure.
And we're also happy to have you here. And
Thank you.
to know more about your endeavor at lahat ng mga ginagawa.
Sure.
I know you're advocating also Filipino Sci-Fi, no?
Yeah.
When did you start? When did you start doing this kind of stuff?
You know, I used to I was actually I was going into film. So I was apart from being IT, I used to direct films. And so I thought about directing a sci-fi fantasy film. Kaya lang, walang budget. At saka nahihirapan akong kumuha ng investors like for, for that kind of thing because the special effects are quite expensive.
Yes.
So, ang ginawa ko, nagsulat muna ako ng script. Tapos, nung tinry kong ibenta yung script or magpa-fund sa script, hindi pa rin. Hindi pa rin kaya kasi nga hindi pa ako sikat. Mahirap manguha ng pera pag di ka sikat,
Yeah,
And
I understand.
so I turned it into a book. So doon nagsimula yung in 2019, 2020 doon na nagsisimula yung pagkagawa ko ng sci-fi fantasy. So itong sci-fi na sinulat ko na to, I thought of like in the 70s, because I'm that old. Like I used to like watching a lot of Time Tunnel, like Voltes 5, various amounts mga 80s, 90s sci-fi. So I figured, bakit wala tayong ating sci-fi, puro
Sariling
kopya.
atin.
Oo,
Yes,
yung talagang sariling atin. Sabi sa akin, marami daw na underground. Pero bakit siya hindi nagiging like mainstream na palabas sa TV ganon na distinctly Pinoy. Now what do I mean? So ito yung in-explain ko sa tao kasi sabi na, what do you mean? Okay, so alam niyo ba yung, 'di ba, napanood niyo na yung District 9? Sa mga nanonood dito na enthusiast ng sci-fi, District 9. Pag pinanood yung District 9, katulad siya ni makikita niyo yung look ng South Africa. Tapos yung ng South Africa, 'di ba, is apartheid, yung what they're known for na issue sa kanila. In this case, ang ginawa nila, yung aliens ang naging issue kasi may mga gusto nilang either kainin yung alien or paalisin or maging kaibigan para makuha yung technology. So, paano ang development ng Pinoy sci-fi? So, hindi tayo basta porket like third world tayo, hindi na tayo pupunta sa space, ang sinasabi ko sa mga dayuhan, kung titingnan nyo nangyari sa mga OFW, kahit na third world ang Pilipinas, ang daming nakapunta sa mga iba't ibang first world na country na nagtatrabaho as professionals. Let's just take, for instance, the mariners, yung mga sailors natin, ganun. Mga doctors natin, mga nurses. So much the same way, nakikita ko ang trajectory ng sci-fi ng Pinas is that kukunin din ng mga Pinoy para ilagay sa buwan, ilagay sa Mars because of the way yung attitude natin for working. That we're all hard workers and we're quick to learn. So, and we work well as a group enough and we communicate well. So, kaya naturally, hindi tayo maiiwan. Ang problema lang is dapat maayos natin habang nandito pa tayo sa Earth yung mga issues natin socially para paglipad natin, nandun na tayo sa labas, wala naman masyadong madidisgrasya. Hindi lang pakikisama in terms of words, but pakikisama in terms of forward thinking na meron kang research and development skill na i-apply mo para makabuti sa mga teammates mo, para hindi sila masaktan. Lalo na napaka-harsh ng environments like out in space. Yung view ng sci-fi natin is gonna be a little bit different to the others. As in, parang initially magiging supporting role tayo. And the dramas that come with that, prejudice, ganon, yung paano ba makaangat na hindi na lang parati tayong sunod-sunuran. So those are the sort of issues na cover ko sa book. And also, the other thing too na very common sa sci-fi is history repeats itself. And we saw that sa pandemic, like after 100 years, ang dami pa rin namatay. Ang question is, bakit marami pa rin namatay, lalo na sa Pinas? Kasi nangyari yan in 1920s din sa Pinas. Marami din talaga na nadali ng Spanish flu.
Spanish flu.
what will happen in the future. Ang sinasabi ko sa isang mga story ko is like, maaaring magkaroon tayo ng trifecta ng lindol, pandemic, at saka financial collapse. Hindi ka na makakaasa lang ng tulong sa outside. Kukulangin talaga yung pagtulong. Ano. What do? You know, these are sort of things that yung writing ko, I just want to wake people up a little bit. Like, and this is kagandahan ng sci-fi, Pinoy sci-fi, na you can enable like the newer generations of Pinoys to think more critically, more logically in terms of where their future, how they're going to shape their future. You know, and there's not enough of it. Like alam ko maraming underground na stories of sci-fi. Pero dahil nga wala siya sa mainstream, parang nagiging elitista lang, pang-elitista lang yung sci-fi, which is not the case. Dapat no,
hindi naging masa.
hindi naging masa, which is like I remember nung bata pa ako, no, lalabas ako sa kalye makipaglaro. Nag-uusap kami about Space 1999.
Yes.
Like Time Tunnel, yung mga series doon. Ngayon wala eh. Kausapin mo yung tatawanan ka pa, you know? Like wala hindi talaga comics ang gusto nila, yung mga drama, K-drama, ganon.
Very influenced tayo lalo na ng mga Korea
okay, drama.
Last time.
So yeah. So ang tanong, pero ito nalaman ko doon sa isang Spanish friend ko si Felix, binibili para ang rights ng mga Pinoy drama sa South America.
Binibili nila.
So may mga nakikita siyang mga Pinoy dramas na sa Brazil, sa Ecuador yata yun. He said that it is selling. So yung mga dramas natin, bumibenta siya. So okay, let's say na may pera doon, Bakit walang pera? May market. Bakit walang market ang Pinoy sci-fi? 2023 na tayo. You know, that's why in that presentation I did, sabi ko sa mga Germans, this is you know, it's not a new territory, but it's, you know, a profitable territory, and it's up for grabs. Para siyang raw diamond, So kailangan lang someone makakita at mag-invest.
Alright.
Yung investment, I don't see it coming from the Philippines kasi syempre maraming skeptics dito, you know. Na tapos kumikita sila sa current situation. Kaya they won't be able to see yung future. Yung exports, yung pag-exports natin ng potential sa Pinoy sci-fi series, ganun. Wala.
Masaya, makibati, sa harap, tayo every Sunday. Mabuhay ang mga Pilipino!
Wala, OL tayo. Pero maputol kita ng onte dito sa part na to, no? I met someone in Wiesbaden dito sa Germany, and his name's Brian. He's the chairman of Bipolaroid. It's a film funding organization. They help independent filmmakers to raise funds. Para kaya it's very timely nga nung na-meet ko siya, tapos naalala kita. Sabi ko, baka pwede tayong magkaroon ng onting kapihan din. Baka, di ba? Why not chocolate, di ba?
Yeah.
Malay mo,
I'm happy to, next year, if we can organize something, I'm happy to fly there and meet him. So that's no problem.
We're gonna schedule him next Evoke. Next week. Let's plan online. Let's have a coffee again. di ba?
Yeah, no
Baka
problem.
pag-usapan natin kung ano pwede natin gawin, no?
Yeah, I have people here ready to jump on the production. I don't know kung kilala niyo si Sue Prado. Sue Prado is one of the like known top indie actors dito. So she's willing to join in any sci-fi project. Si Gary, I think Gary Concepcion, anak ni Gary Bautista. She's also willing to be part of the project. So there's some definite interest from the few media, few celebrities I know. Kaya lang dahil nung umalis ako ng Philippines 1982, hindi ko nakilala masyado yung mga stars dito. So ngayon lang nung bumalik ako in 2014 that I'm starting to get to know some of them. And because of my work as IT, hirap ako maggala.
So, do you believe na it may not make it if it's not made by a very popular actor?
It's like this. Even with Star Wars, they used Alec Guinness, diba? Sir Alec Guinness is like knighted by the Queen at the time, Queen Elizabeth II. So he's a very popular actor, pero he hated Star Wars, okay? Pero they needed him para mapanood ng tao yung movie. So in any movie, you have to have like a main actor, international actor preferably.
Alright.
Now, to do that, of course, requires money. But also, they might be willing to take an equity in the profits of the film. So, and in the Philippines, the actresses and the actors, they're willing naman makisali. We have to get the ones with a big fan base already para sure na mapuno yung cinema pag nanonood tayo, no? Pag nanonood na sila, because doon kikita ang mga cinema houses. But on top of this, also we need to be able to market it internationally to other film to other countries na may global appeal. So I don't want to create a Pinoy sci-fi film na pang Pinoy lang. It has to be for everyone. Kasi nga,
Yes,
'di ba, ang minamarket natin sa
pangwagayway.
mundo.
Oo. Pangwagayway ng watawat to. Oo,
There
tama,
you go.
tama.
Yun na yun. Kasi madali tayong makakuha ng mga fan bases pagka yung sikat na actors ang kasali natin dito sa film para lang sa Pinas. Pero paano tayong kikita talaga kung hindi natin ipupush siya sa buong mundo? That's my aim. Like my book is written not just for the Filipinos, it's for the world. And I think like when writing Pinoy sci-fi, you have to include the world kasi isang race lang naman tayo you know, we're the human race. So it's naturally, why would you just market to 110 million when you can market to, you know, 4 billion people? If you know how to market the products like to the world, then they'll recognize the Philippines a lot more than just, you know, minsan like nagiging bat tayo ng joke, 'di ba? Like yung mga sama na pangyayari dito. So it would be nice kung meron namang may pakita tayo na hindi kakatawa or yung mga
Yes.
you know, alam ko naman na medyo
understand.
mapintas tayo dito sa Pinas.
Magaling din naman tayo doon.
Again, yeah, the best. Magaling tayo mag-troll. Oo. So yun nga, at saka mataas ang expectation ng Pinoy pagka yung sci-fi. Much the same way yung expectation nila ng mga comics natin. Magaling tayo sa comics, without a doubt. In fact, pakita ko lang sa inyo yung level ng comics na ginagawa ko, sino gumagawa.
Okay.
Randy, say hi.
Sige.
Ayan.
Hi, Randy.
Yeah.
BesfrenTofi.
This is BesfrenTofi in Germany.
Hello.
Okay.
How are you guys?
Yeah. So si ano, for example, yan sikat yan si Ray, si Randy. He did the National Book Development Board's animations and cartoons and drawings. Okay, so siya yung kakolab ko sa isang project ko na comics. But
I would like to have this opportunity na rin, best friend Ren, na ipaalam sa inyo na our platform is open, ha? Na
Yeah.
kung ano mang ideas, kung gusto nyo, you join us here because this is a open platform para sa ating lahat na gusto makipagkaibigan din.
You should,
Diba?
I'm gonna arrange Randy for you to interview him because sikat talaga siya. As in, he's one of the top
sige.
illustrators ng Philippines, ha.
Ayun.
So yan ang mga ka-level na ka-collab ko sa
Thank
sa
you
mga
so much for
projects ko.
introducing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
like ito, titingnan to na pagyayabang. Ito yung kailangan natin. Dapat ipagyabang natin yung mga magagaling dito. So that way,
yes.
that way we are known for like exceptional talents then around the world na hindi lang like in pag-trolling.
Actually, ang mga magagaling natin napupunta sa ibang bansa eh. Maraming mga illustrator, mga
Correct. Disney.
Di ba?
Oo.
Nasa Disney.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a
DreamWorks,
reason.
nandun sila, di ba?
That's right. Yeah. So
Why not
hopefully
naman sa Philippines dapat magstay na kayo dyan at di ba? From there, let's do something.
Pwede magstay dito, kaya lang ang problema is yung structure ng mga companies, yung mga equipment. If bibilin dito, hindi kakayanin ng maliliit na studios. Kaya ang talagang serious investment, kung dito nila dadalahin yung production, talagang we're talking millions na dollars pa, hindi pesos. Para mangyari dito. And of course, yung issues ng corruption, ganyan, like dapat talaga ma-solve yan, kasi hindi lang yan nangyayari at government level, nandun din yun sa mga issues ng yung mga the smaller businesses, ganon, like kaya dapat makontrol yan. So hopefully yung current government natin is working towards like streamlining that process para maka-attract pa ng investments. But getting back to yung sa sci-fi, it really takes an investment from outside, like say from an international studio to get a Pinoy sci-fi film going. And once it is running, I think like the world will appreciate yung stories natin, in terms of how we would develop as a spacefaring nation. That's the thing.
If you have now someone or a company that you're talking to.
I have a director that's waiting for me in France to give him a script. But I also worked with him before, and he was a cinematographer. I also have an LA guy, an LA director that liked the first story of my book, and he's asking about the script. Pero wala pang studio talaga na nag-approach sa akin, or I have approached na nag-say yes. There are no takers yet. So alam mo naman, this is like
Is that
parang marathon. It's not. No, it's not. One of the top directors here in the Philippines. He has my book. He has my number. He's also directing a sci-fi film, I think in October. So hopefully, that will spark an interest in Pinoy sci-fi next year. Ganon. So we'll see. Or maybe nahabol niya Manila Film Fest. So baka maging ready siya by Manila Film Fest. Yung pang isa, it would be nice to do like some sort of a short trailer like for Pinoy sci-fi. Kaya lang iniisip ko pa kung saan kukunin yung funding. kasi maraming green screen kailangan.
Magastos yan magastos.
Yeah. It's, sabi sa akin ng isang director friend ko, it's like 3 times the cost of whatever you plan for a budget, 3 times the cost, 1/3 nun pupunta sa sci-fi. Ganon.
Yung mga sikat na yung mga lumang stories like Darna, Captain Barbell. Nagkaroon ng mga series dyan sa Channel 7. Channel 7 ba? Or Channel 2?
Yeah,
If I'm not
ang
mistaken.
problema nun, they're like again, they're
Hindi pa ba
they're not
ganun ka?
really sci-fi. Eh. They're more like fantasy, superhero type stuff.
Okay.
Ang kalaban nila doon, DC. It's like, alam mo naman mga Pinoy, bakit ako manonood ng Darna if nandiyan ang DC, Deadpool, Marvel, yun ang mga...
Biro mo, kumakain ng bato, nagkaroon ng
There you go.
Superpowers.
There you go.
Parang parang natokhang na si Darna.
Yeah, in the 70s, marami ding nagalit na parents kay Darna kasi nung nakikita ng mga bata yon, nilulunok nila yung mga bato. Yeah, so that's ginaya. So yung mga ganon, like we have to try and be conscious in terms of what kids would copy. Kaya nga,
it will influence our children, di ba?
Yeah.
Kagaya nitong book mo, nasimulan ko ng basahin eh. And I'm very excited to continue. Kaso yung time.
I know.
I finished the first chapter, kay Senator Tumagoso.
Like at that time, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan, pero like at the time he is the mayor of Manila, but so I just decided to use him because of his popularity, ganon. And the surname, like in terms of the things that he was doing for Manila was really good.
Ginawang film to, pwedeng siya na mismo, di ba?
Pwede. Si Yorme. Oo.
Eh.
Magaling naman umarte yun talaga. Kaya lang, yun nga, sino mag-approach sa kanya? Sinong tatapik sa kanya? Hey, boss, gusto mo ba gawin to? Like, sige, flight tayo sa Frankfurt. Doon natin i-shoot yung mga scenes, yung mga CGI streams. Okay ka ba? Anong funding niyan? Magkano ba hihingi ni Yorme?
Malay mo, di ba meron namang issue ngayon sa noon time show, di baka pwede mag-shift yung tape ng ibang
Maaari, pwede. At saka agent yan eh. Sino ka ba? Like yung gano'n, di ba? Like, alam mo naman dito, like, pag hindi ka sikat, like, sino ka ba? Ano ba yung mo? So, it's good na, alibawa, like, nandito na tayo sa BesfrenTofi, yung show mo, that's a step in the right direction of promoting this to the elites, yung mga elite entertainment people, So, and also with the help of Ivy, our consul general in Frankfurt, hopefully then, we'll get a lot more noticed. We'll be noticed a lot more, like in terms of what we're doing. Pero ang isip ko rin is like when we do a Pinoy sci-fi film, the jobs that it will generate for people will be quite substantial, and also it will generate in its own industry. So more jobs, which is always really good for this country. That's what they're looking for, So why not?
So you're thinking, ang pinaka-idea is just getting the investment from the foreign sectors or companies, and then all Filipino, kumbaga all-star Filipino ang team na magtatrabaho sa production.
Remember back in the 60s, back in the 50s and the 60s, when even earlier, back in the 30s and the 40s, Filipinos used to star next to American, actors, like big actors. Okay, so that's not an issue when we were still a colony. So there's nothing wrong with making a Pinoy sci-fi film with international cast. Like if we have, I'm just throwing names out here, like Keanu Reeves or Scarlett Johansson mixed in with like Sue Prado and Gary Concepcion. It's like, I don't have a problem doing that, and I have the people that can like make it work in terms of how the film works. And actors are actors. I mean, like, you just have to treat them right on set, and you got to be specific in terms of what you want them to do, and they'll do it. So that's not a problem for us, and our actors are very good at following instructions. So it's no big deal.
Sa tingin mo, papayagan kaya tayo na maka-invade dyan sa industry pagdating sa sci-fi film?
I don't think it's a matter of whether we would invade. I think it's about time that we make our presence known. So it's not about asking permission. It's like, and that's the thing, because I guess I grew up in Australia and I worked in New York, and the attitude is, don't worry about the critics, just do your thing, and eventually you'll have enough people that will follow you. And that's my take on Pinoy sci-fi. There's always going to be critics. There's always going to be people that will say to you, "You're crap. What you're doing is like a copy of something else." And those people are never going to go away. Pero don't let it
Lagi
stop
nandiyan
your
yan.
dreams. Yeah, you have to not let it stop your dream and just keep going. And so this is what because the thing is, once we get this established, there's going to be a lot of jobs for everyone. So, then they'll shut up anyway, or maybe they won't shut up. So it's just, but it
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
matter. So I basically, what I'm saying is, I don't care what the world might think of Pinoy sci-fi, as long as I can create something that says, when you watch this is Pinoy sci-fi.
That's the right
Yeah,
attitude. Yan ang
you
Pinoy.
have,
Yan ang tatak Pinoy, di ba?
well, you have to risk a lot. I remember when my father like took the job in Bahrain, and he risked 3 years of his life just so he could provide for the family. So and then when that was done, his main thing was to move us to Australia, because I'm the eldest of three. He wanted to fix my asthma, so like he wanted to put me in a place where I won't have to keep going back and forth like the hospital, like to survive. So that's why we moved to Australia. It's because of my asthma. So much the same way, like I'm taking that kind of risk with Pinoy sci-fi. I'm spending my own money, like creating my book, putting it, traveling, and telling people that this is the way forward. And so you got to risk. I mean, the Americans did it,
Yes,
like
yes.
the Europeans did it. Like there's no reason why we shouldn't do it.
Yeah, very well said. Oh, napaka brave move ito para sa atin, best friend Ren. And we're very inspired by your attitude. And hopefully lahat ng mga kagaya natin na may mga dreams, no? Ay
Yeah.
wag sumuko, because haters will be haters,
Yep, that's right.
no?
Yeah.
If you can't win them,
Yeah.
just ignore them, 'di ba?
Yep,
Parang
that's
di lang
right.
sila nag-exist. No? Di ba?
Exactly. Like, yeah.
Oo.
I think, see, the guy that was in Venom. There was one thing he said was that, I'm not sure if it's him that said this though, and I think the Spider-Man guy also repeated this, is that if you have a problem with me, text me. If you don't have my number to text me, that means I don't know you well enough, and that we don't really have a problem.
We're
So,
not connected.
we're not really, no.
Ganun, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun lang yun, oo.
Yeah, like your show, I'm sure. Yeah, like your show. I mean, you're pretty brave doing this every day. You're putting yourself out, as a host. I mean, no doubt you have a lot of like critics that you keep doing it, and so you're inspiring in a way. So I mean, so we kind of inspire each other.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
I watch what you do, and I go, look at this
Oh,
guy.
thank
He's
you, thank
doing
you.
what he loves.
Yeah.
So that's very important. Like, need to support one another.
Guten Tag! Ako po ang inyong Consul General dito sa Frankfurt, Marie Yvette Banzon Abalos. Tayo ay nandito po ngayon sa tambayang may programa para sa mga Filipino at Filipino Germans, TTPM Act, our advocacy channel. Tara, OL na tayo!
Oh, nandiyan na pala kayo mga best friend. Di ba lahat bago na eh.
Oo.
Huwag tayo pumunta dyan.
Politics. Mamaya rin.
Okay.
Another podcast. Pwede mo ako tawagan sa politics.
Ito pa rin tayo sa ating coffee time. Yan, yung sponsor natin yan. Kung saan si best friend Ren. Yan, sponsor ni Ren.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa ating tambayang may programa.
TTPM Act, our advocacy channel.
Oh, Napabangoy kape?
Napababoy kape?
May kape pa ba kayo?
Tuloy na natin ang Coffee with Best Friend Tofi and me.
Ituloy na natin ang Coffee with Best Friend Tofi and me.
Coffee with best friend Sophie and me.
Coffee with Best Friend Tofi with me.
Padayon sa tapangapi. Naapa si Best Friend Tofi o Best Friend Tofi, hello!
Masaya, makibati sa harapan tayo every Sunday. Mabuhay ang mga Pilipino!
Wala po el tayo.
Okay, welcome back everyone. We're here sa ating tambayang may programa, TTPM Act, our advocacy channel. Balikan natin ang Coffee with Best Friend Tofi with me.
Yon! Hello! We're back, mga best friend.
Yeah.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa ating coffee time with
Right.
our best friend, Renato Tranquilino. With
At
his book.
Post Coffee. So, yeah.
Ayan,
So, para lang
Post
mag-exposure
Coffee, yan. Yan, yung sponsor natin yan. Saan si best friend Ren. Yan, sponsor ni Ren. Acknowledgement po. Bikini men. O sige,
Mhm.
what's next?
Okay, so what's coming
more
up?
about,
What's happening? Lots of things are happening at the moment with the book. I'm being asked to write a script for a couple of the stories in the book. We're trying to get some studios or talk to some studios in Hong Kong. We're also trying to get some distribution places like bookstores in Hong Kong.
Wow.
So, what else? MIBF. We're in MIBF this year. We have our own 8 letters. My publisher has got its own stand now. So it's doing really well. I'm about to release a comics also in MIBF, so stay tuned for that. I'm just about ready to. I'm finishing like
Wow,
the
ang dami
the first book of the trilogy. That's a prequel to eh. So yeah. So
okay.
meron na.
So paano ba yan?
that's-
3, 2, 1 o 1, 2, 3?
ano, 1, 2, 3.
Pabalik ko pa.
Hindi.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 siya.
Star Wars kasi
Traditional.
Star Wars naman 4, 5, 6.
Gitna, oo. 4, 5, 6. Tapos 1, 2, 3. Tapos 7, 8, 9. Oo.
7, 8, 9. Yan. Tapos may mga ano sila, may mga ano sila ngayon, series no, ginagawa. Like yung
Yes.
Mandalorian, yung ganyan.
Actually, ito rin pwedeng gawa ng series eh. And that's another thing that I've been toying with. It's like yung mga addendums. Like kasi may backstory pa din yung even the first story dyan, may backstory pa rin yun. Nagagawan ko sana kung paano na-involve ang Davao, like the Mindanao in terms of setting up the capital there. Ano yung deal?
Oo.
So, yun.
So wala
Isusulat
dito
ko
yun.
na. Wala pa.
Wala dito yun.
Wala pa.
Okay.
I was gonna do that specifically for Davao. Kung
Alright.
bakit may halaga ang Mindanao sa first story.
So
Kasi kung
may ano to
ilipit-
meron tong ano may relasyon sa
Yes.
social issues. Yan.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Right. Okay.
And then,
Maganda.
So, ano pa ba? So, meron si Felix, one of the journalists that's there during that the event at the Philippine Embassy. He's looking at some people to some studios as well that I can approach. So it's ongoing. We're also talking to some major distribution houses here to push the book, this particular book. Kasi ito yung ginawa ko talaga, ang Fate of a Distant Future, para pang masa. And so even
Madali makarelate yung tao, no?
Yeah. So
Oo.
para siyang stepping stone for the masa to get back into sci-fi. So tinatry namin na ipasok siya as part of education, yung sa mga preferred reading, ganon sa mga high school, para lang meron silang kakaiba na mabasa for creative writing and whatnot in English. So yung aim namin talaga is not just for entertainment, but also there's an educational angle.
Education, yeah.
So open kami, open sa 8 letters na makipag bahagi, collab sa kanila. In fact, like magdo-donate nga ako, and I encourage any other like writers or authors ng books na mag-donate sa Bookshare, where they can convert like your book into braille para sa mga bulag. So I'm doing that with Bookshare.
Wow.
So things like that. There's a lot going on. So just follow my page, author Renato Tranquilino, and you'll see the stuff that I'm doing there. Pero isa pang ginagawa ko is like ito parang weird, no? Pero gusto ko rin maging ang Pinoy Sci-Fi is a collaborative effort with all the arts. So halimbawa, clothing designer. So at the moment, I'm also looking at that para pagka nagpe-present ako, meron akong pinopromote din na suot ng designer.
Yeah, okay.
So, so it's a whole effort.
Siyempre, Pinoy, di ba?
Yeah,
Pinoy,
dapat you'd be nice kung Pinoy. Yun, mga ganon.
Meron kilala dito. Maybe she can help you.
Yeah, like para ma-promote din dito. And then, of course, I mean, I'm seen like in Australia, America, at saka now Europe. So, if I'm wearing something na Pinoy pride na outfit, edi maganda ang labas. So that's I want a corporate collaboration as well. Kaya nga yung 'di ba yung t-shirt ko, nandun yung mga brands ng mga sumusupport sa. So ganun. So like yung brand mo, I mean if you like, pwede kong ilagay sa t-shirt 'yan. So for MIBF para makita nila that this media company is supporting Pinoy Sci-Fi.
Ayan, Best Friend Hayes, ha? Best Friend Hayes, Direct JR, ha? Narinig nyo na, ha? That's very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, and pretty much that's basically it. Meron pang ibang mga top secret na hindi ko pwedeng sabihin muna. So,
syempre, baka or alam mo naman, di ba? May mga maaligid na.
So,
natin yan. Grabe,
but yeah, so sa ngayon, like quiet muna yung mga yun. So far, sa mga nasabi ko dito, that's present and that's happening.
Ayun. Alright. Napakaganda ng ating discussion. Actually, marami pa tayong pwedeng discuss pero siguro next time if ever, let's set another coffee time. With, Brian naman. Baka, di ba?
I think,
tayo mag-usap. Tapos,
I think with Brian, doon natin pwedeng kausapin yung mag-usap tayo in terms of costings. Yung yung profit, expected profit, ganon. Kasi yun ang mga gusto ng studios Baka isama ko rin yung isang friend ko sa France para meron din ako sound engineer dito, si God, I forget his name. He's like one of the award winners. June God. Anyway, like baka isali ko siya. Ano siya, like Filipino sound engineer siya, like award winner.
Motion picture siya mostly.
Motion picture, damn.
Okay. Alam naman natin ang mga trabaho ng mga engineer, no? Hindi ganun kadali
Grabe ngayon with AI.
Ito nga, matanong kita ng onte. Sa tingin mo, maraming mawawalan ng trabaho dahil dito sa AI na ito.
Ganito lang ikaw, dapat i-ready ka ng i-license yung mukha mo. Kasi, pwede pag hindi naka-license yung mukha mo, pwedeng kopyahin to na ikaw, magsasalita ka na in German fully or in Spanish or whatever. Pag sikat ka na, pwedeng kunin yung mukha mo. Now, kung wala kang copyright dyan sa mukha mo,
sabi ng
oo.
mga German, Wahnsinn.
Yeah. Kaya mag-ingat ka. As you get more famous, there's gonna be like a situation na kukunin yung mukha mo and then they're gonna make it say things na makikita ng tao, ay, si ano pala, si BesfrenTofi nagsabi ng ganun. Sinusupport niya pala yung ganung product. Dapat ready ka doon sa mga ganun. Tsaka, you build
critical sa atin yan.
You build a relationship with your face and with your voice sa fans mo. So, pag nakita ng tao na dumadami yung fans mo, ini-expect nila yung boses na yon related to your face. Kaya nga, bibili sila ng product na yon. So, that's why it's very important na naka-IP protection yung ano mo, yung persona mo.
Ganun na ngayon, no? Grabe, no? Ganun ka rin, siyempre. Ganun, dapat ipaano mo na.
Writer lang ako eh. So, wala background lahat kami. Ang puprotektahan ko lang dapat yung book ko. Kaya nga, it's important na magaling yung publisher mo na protected ka. Lalo na kung gagawin nilang series yung libro mo, like anong contract yon. Kasi ako, sabi ko sa producer ko, sa publisher ko, yung libro ko, separate contract sa movie, separate contract pagka series, separate contract pagka comics.
Okay. Detailed, di ba? Detailed yung mga agreement.
Those are the sort of things na like you have to be wary of kasi anong pinagkikitaan mo ng pera, you know. So at the end of the day, we're all not doing this just because we want a pat on the back. It's like we're doing this so we can make money, you know.
Also,
yun ang hindi lang para sa bayan, ano. Like dapat din makakabayad tayo ng bills.
I wish also na the government will support such a step like this, you know.
Sana.
I think kasi knowing naman the president, his parents naman, di ba? Sila nag-start ng mga, di ba?
Yeah.
Yung CCP.
Pero, I mean, ibang level kasi nung 70s eh. Like, talagang, malakas ang influence nila sa America and vice versa dito. Like, we were following Hollywood. Kaya nga, you know, sila Lito Lapid, sila Joseph Estrada, sino ba yun yung sci-fi, yung ano din, fantasy, like yung pagbabalik ng Panday.
Fernando
po, di ba? Sumikat siya. Pero yung director noon,
nakalimutan ko na eh. Grabe,
Lino Broca.
Lino Broca. Lino Broca ba?
Oo. Lino Broca. Yun.
Yeah, correct us if I'm wrong. Kasi masyado nang marami rin kami iniisip. Alam niyo naman, pagka ganito nga nakasalabi na kami. Alam niyo na.
There you go. Apat na mata. Actually, dalawa sa akin eh. Sa ngayon, the best sci-fi director ng Pilipinas is Keith Sikat. Yun sa ginawa niya sa Alimuog. So, that deserves a lot of praise and a lot of attention. And sana i-release siya sa cinemas para mapanood ng tao. Pero, like, that guy is really good. So, Keith Sikat, remember the name because he might be the next Gene Roddenberry. O George Lucas ng Pilipinas. Keith Sikat.
Best friend direct, paki-isulit pangalan kasi syempre,
interviewing siya. Like, you should interview him because he's got a lot of great ideas for sci-fi as well. Him and his wife, you know, really good.
Nandiyan na yung talent, nandiyan na yung mga tao, nandiyan na yung mga kamay, nandiyan na yung mga utak. Kulang na lang yung piso.
Yeah,
piso,
that's right.
Pera.
There you go. I think just by talking about the you know, Pinoy sci-fi as an up-and-coming genre is enough to stimulate the interest of people here. Pero for overseas, dapat talaga someone's gotta go out there and talk. And either yung mga government officials natin, ganon, like sila nakakalabas ng bansa, they should do that. They should really talk about it.
Nilang i-advocate din, i-campaign, no?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because I can't do everything, you know. So I'm trying, pero, you know, it's hard.
But you're doing your best, and I think that's well enough, diba?
Yeah,
to invite everybody, diba?
I
And
want to
hopefully,
go. Yeah, I want to go to my grave saying that I did everything, like
yes,
for my country. You know, ito
yes,
na yung bayad, yung ano ko, yung ambag
uh,
ko sa bayan, kumbaga.
yes, yes.
So,
There you have it. At next time, tayo magkakape ulit. We're going to have a coffee time with the best friend Ren. And
no worries.
tutok lang po tayo dito at tumambay sa ating Tambayan May Programa, our advocacy channel, para malaman nyo pa yung mga ibang mga ginagawa ng ating mga best friend all around the world, especially itong pag-campaign ng Pinoy Sci-Fi, no? So, thank you once again, best friend Ren, for your time, and maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga best friend na nakipagkape sa atin ngayon. At ugaliin po natin na tumambay again dito sa ating Tambay May Programa, TTPM Act, our advocacy channel. Tulong-tulong para makabangon, sama-sama sa pagkaon tuloy-tuloy para masaya. Ako po yung Best Friend Tofi. See you next time. Auf Wiedersehen!
Thank you, best friend.
More power!
More
Best
power
friend
to you
Ren.
too.